Alrighty, so let's start this. This time I'm not forgetting to get the music running right from the beginning. So hey guys, this is Titan again, and I am really happy to be streaming again from Traubenstein, or Traubstein. I think I myself, I'm not really clear what the name of the city is. Anyway, welcome guys to another stream from Traubstein / Traubenstein. That's weird. So, first of all, hey, who am I seeing there? Dieter Schönfelder. Hello, Chris Gayet, not sure how to pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. Hello, Matrim Helmsgaard, Mr. Vintage, 997, and Green Gaming. Welcome, people. Hey, Escorion. So, to answer your question, Mr. Vintage, also, Matrim, it is totally fine to get a beer instead of a tea. Although I'm having a tea right now, because it's too soon here to drink a beer. No beer for fear. Well, that almost worked. No beer before 4. It's a saying in Germany that works better in German than it does in English, I fear. Hey, L303. Yes, Revo, I tagged you. And I'm not sorry about it. Welcome. Hey, Alexander. Okay, Chris Gadget it is then. That's better. So, to answer your question, what I'd like to do today is pretty much the continuation of what I did last time. So, in the last stream, we built this little area here, and I made this to present the half-timbered houses I made so far. There is this one, actually, is the mouse cursor visible? Yes, it is. Good. This and this and this and this, and then this at the corner there, and also this and this, and oh god, it's really a lot of them already. I'd like to continue what we did in the last episode, which is presenting these half-timbered houses and set them in scene, so that at the beginning of at the beginning of April, I can finally at least release the first 4 of them. Of course, in order to release them, I need the proper scenery for them. I need to set them in scene, and so this is what I'd like to do today. So we have here the, pretty much the old town core of the town of Traubenstein. Actually, I think it sort of transitioned into Traubenstein. So this is the old town core of Traubenstein. Right now, it is pretty much consisting of Baroque and Renaissance houses. Pretty much because I needed to present these Baroque and Renaissance buildings, but that's about to change. I have sort of a general idea what I'd like to do with the city, and that is that this is the medieval old town core, and in sort of this area here, I'd like to have a Baroque edition. That means that for the most part, the Baroque buildings in this area will have to be removed, and maybe we can do this by switching them out for half-timbered houses. So what is now this pretty big square here with stately Baroque buildings around it, maybe we can sort of transition that into an pretty I don't know, maybe a bit cliche medieval square with half-timbered houses hanging over top of each other and hanging over the square, and everything a bit more narrow, and I would very much like that. And then of course we have, for example, this area here around the town hall that is also has Baroque buildings as much as it has Renaissance and half-timbered houses. And maybe we can also transition that into a bit more of a medieval-ish area. So I'm sure, we can do something interesting here. And maybe we can also actually, start a little digging around here in terms of a Baroque addition to the city, but that is all for the future. So, who else is now with us? Hey Peter, hey George Bennett, no beer for you, but well, whiskey and coffee. Is that what is that? Irish coffee, right? Well, cheers to you. Hey, Skip. And yeah, okay, that's all. Alright, I guess let's just start and we'll see what we'll come up with. As usual, if you have any ideas, recommendations, anything where you think, yeah, we could do it like this or like that, definitely tell me. And yeah, maybe we can figure something out together then. Hey, Maximus Pachelides, I just told everyone what I would like to do today, damn it. Okay, just quick again. Plan for the day, half-timbered houses, switching this area into a bit more of a medieval-ish square part. So yeah, let's just start and we'll see where we end up with. First of all, I think I would really like to redo, yeah, probably this whole square. And yeah, maybe turn it into something a bit more historic looking. And then maybe this, yeah, grand square with the grand buildings, we can move to somewhere here later on. Hey, that city builder, welcome to the stream. So first of all, I would like to get rid of all these props here, as well as this road. And, well, maybe the fountain can stay actually. But what if we move the fountain a bit? Also, is this square on a slope? No, it's on an even surface. Well, almost. It's good enough. If I ever need some inspiration, Bayonne on the banks of the Nive River, I guess, is a great view. I fear I have heard of neither the river nor the city, but actually let's just look it up. Let's see if that works. Yes. Well, that's Dresden. That's not. What is it? Bayonne. To be honest, I have no idea what that city is. Let's have a look at it together. Is that right? Oh, okay. Nive River. I fear I don't know how to pronounce it. I see. Well, maybe not a lot we can take inspiration from here, since the city is on a, yeah, sort of vastly different terrain than what our little city is, but actually interesting. I've never heard of the city before. Oh, I see. It's pretty much in, what is it, still Basque country? Basque area, although in France? Like, this area here is Basque area, right? Oops. Okay, then let's get back to the game and let's see what we can do here. So I think what is this sort of really grand square right now, I would really like to split up in probably in 2 squares with buildings in the middle, so that's overall a bit more of a smaller, more intimate surrounding. Let's see what we can do here. First of all, I guess I need some small roads by Gecko. Is it that one? Should be right. Also, what is this? Ah, okay. Just a cobble network. Wernigerode Town Hall Square is also quite beautiful. That is true. But the city already has a town hall, and it's pretty much on the other side of the river. So, yeah, that's nothing I really can do here. Also, I don't have another really fancy, town hall building. So that's not gonna happen. Let's see, what is that road actually? Oh, let's do it like this. Okay. So maybe let's just continue it like this. Then we can get rid of this building here, which stood there for a long time, but oh well. Some things are changing. then we don't need these flying chimneys. And maybe instead we can sort of fill this area with buildings, and then we have a small market square here that is like reasonably sized and sort of, yeah, really a grown market square. Not like a market square that really was planned, and a city that was planned with a big market square in the middle, for example, like in Krakow in Poland. But you know, a small market square that just grew organically. And then we have another sort of square here that is maybe the church square. And we can fill this area with half-timbered buildings. Let's just see how it works out, and if we need to change it again. It's all just to set these fancy half-timbered houses scene. Music's at a very low level. Well, I can change that quite easily. Okay, made it a bit louder. Just tell me if the music is too loud or not. No, Krakow wasn't totally rebuilt after World War II, as far as I know. But I might as well be wrong there. I'm not really a pro about the history of Krakow, I fear. So let's see. Whereas in the last area, I had a little bit of a distance between the half-timbered buildings. For this one, I'm really just keeping it all really tight together. Yes, Niels Denkler, that is true. Many cities, especially in sort of, let's say older areas, for example, along the Rhineland, or so in West Germany or in Southern Germany, there many cities have many but smaller market squares, and that is really just because they grew organically, meaning maybe there were some traders that crossed the river there, and out of that, okay, sorry, that music is too loud for even me now. So maybe there was river crossing, and traders had to cross the river there constantly, and so a small market appeared. But let's say 100 years later, when that small river crossing actually grew into a city, that small market square wasn't enough anymore for that city, and so maybe this first market square became a fish market, and then another market square on another location in the city appeared and became a grain market, a chicken market. You can it's not unheard of that sort of every kind of produce had its own market in the city. That is totally legit. Yes. Hello, Aoshiga. Welcome to the stream. Let's see what else we have. Oh, it's not even... I fear that's it in terms of half-timbered houses. Well, I'm still gonna make more, but for the time being, I think it's enough for a start. So let's get another corner building here. Actually, what is that? Office. Oh, I didn't even check what types of building we have. Office here, office, residential, office. No, that is... Oh no, commercial, residential, that is commercial? Commercial? How does office look? Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, I guess actually commercial buildings aren't too bad here. So let's get a fancy corner building here. Like this, maybe. And now it's really getting crowded here. Now I really don't like this backside area here though. It's it's like too cluttered here in the middle. Let's see if we can do something about that. I think we need another corner building here. Are there more corner buildings? Please tell me there are more corner buildings. Well, I mean, otherwise I'm just gonna take a Renaissance corner building that fits as well. But for the most part, I'd really like to get rid of the number of Baroque buildings that are in this old town quarter. Chris Gadget, the marketplace could alternatively on the bank of the river where the ancient port would have brought merchandise for sale. That is also a very good idea. Difficult now, I fear, but that is a very good idea. Well, maybe this was like really the original market square, and you can pretty much see it's too small. For a city of that size, only this market square is way too small. So maybe this was then turned into like the market for luxury goods, as it's the most central one. But then you have, maybe this is the fish market close to the river, and then in front of the town hall you have the, well, fruits and vegetable market. Yeah, that is like what very often happened in these cities, and you can often even recognize it today, because many roads still have the name of these ancient or of these historic market squares that used to be there. Corner. God damn, these are so big. They are all way too big. Oof. Really oof. Let's see, what if I squeeze that in here? It's bigger than all the other buildings. Of course it is. Yeah, no, it's like, I really don't like how all these buildings are intersecting each other and just creating a mess of houses without any sort of light in the middle. That is, I really don't like that. But it's a bit problematic because these buildings are just so long, or deep, I guess is the better term for it. Can move these two a bit closer though, I fear. Also, this building, it's skewed. I like that little detail that this building is like, the first floor is a bit skewed. I think that's the right pronunciation, right? It's a bit on an angle. I like the little detail that I definitely wanted to include it into the in the asset as well. Although from a sort of static point of view, it's questionable whether this skewed ground floor would be able to carry the upper floors. And my estimation is it would only be able to carry the upper floors if the upper floors lean against other buildings. Maybe cut the depth and closer and make a closed court inside the island. Chris Gadget, what do you mean with closed court inside the island? Do you mean this here? Hello, Aquascape in Luxembourg. Welcome to the stream. And the Amadeus, no, you mean the buildings from Lichtviarts? No, I don't have them, sadly. I just I can't think of everything. I try to, like, after a stream, I usually try to subscribe to everything that came up in the stream, but there's like so many things and it's impossible to not forget a thing. Okay, we have this nice corner here. Maybe I can just place a large corner here and yeah, That's it. Let's see. This is big, but maybe it will actually work. Like this. Well, it's a tight situation here. Okay, no, we need another building there. Maybe one of Lost Gecko's filler buildings. That could, oops. That could fit very well. Let's see what we have. We have that one. This is for curves, and then we have that one that is, it's too big actually, I think. Let's just use that one. It's also for curves, but it, in my opinion, it fits a bit better. And then we can move that a bit to the left. Et voila. And now, well, there is somewhat of a very small courtyard in the middle. But it at least would, okay, no. That's barely anything. It's like in these very cheap hotels somewhere in, I don't know, Italy or Spain or Malta. I've been to one such a hotel where there was a courtyard that really was just that big. Let's just keep it. Hello, 7 Ferrakias, and hey, Jess. Well, change that. First few houses are standing. Okay, let's just continue that maybe. Or, yeah. Then there is this certain half-timbered building from Feindbild that we can also use here. It's technically not a German building, as my buildings are, but then again, Gecko's buildings also aren't German, but in my opinion, they still fit pretty well together. Yeah, just light shaft is the better word for it. Yes. Not really a courtyard, but really just a sort of small chimney-like structure, if you want, so to get some natural light into the lesser rooms or worse rooms. Hey, Fipsy. But yeah, City Builder, I agree that it does look questionable, to say the least, with the buildings squeezed into each other. It's just a problem with these really deep buildings. Okay, so maybe let's move that here, and then I can place a corner there. Oh, come on. Corner. What sort of corners do we have? Maybe a corner from Gecko would be good. Actually, I used that building on a corner before, and I think it worked quite well. Like this. It's just a bit small. Yes, Niels, and I guess also Jess, yes, without POing it's like impossible to avoid buildings clipping into each other. Normally I just ignore it or PO it, but in this case where I'm milking this so I can properly present these half-timbered buildings, and if I'm presenting them for the workshop, I don't want to PO them because I don't want to change them. I just want to show them how they actually look like. And I guess that comes with its drawbacks. Then again, I might just switch the longest one for another building, because there is a shorter half-timbered building I made that is from Paderborn. It's that one, and that is an office building. No, I don't want the office building. What is that? Commercial. Yeah, that's better. Because this building is not as steep, and that probably would fit better. Because now there actually is a small courtyard in the middle. A very small one. But it's definitely better. How long does it take you to make a medium-sized building like the baroque houses? If I'm like really pushing it and spending like all the time I have on it constantly, or like without pauses, just working on the building, I can squeeze out a building like this in 2 days. So this is possible in 2 days, but then that really means just pushing it. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree that this does look better. So then, what is this? Commercial, that is fine. So then I can use this building here, which fits better, I think. Well, maybe like this. With a filler building in the middle? No, that's not necessary. Let's do it like this. And then there is another one that I have not used in this area yet. If I can find it, yeah, this one is. But I don't want the office, I want the commercial. Like so. Very nice. Hey, Dominic Wilson and Eculai/River. Welcome to the stream. And yes, of course, I'm always making it extra hard for me to come up with this good setup. Remember last time I made a setup for an asset, I needed 3 streams to make a setup for a single church. And ended up with a castle that really pretty much steals the show of the church. Like, some things just take their time. Alright, I don't want to use the same corner again, and as usual corner buildings are a bit rare. Oh wow, there really aren't many sort of half-timbered corner buildings. That doesn't make things a whole lot easier. Guess I know what to do next. Corner buildings. Okay. This is making things a bit more difficult. I already noticed that months and years ago, when I used my Renaissance buildings in another project I made, and I noticed that there were, I think, 3 corner buildings of my Renaissance houses, and I was just reusing them again and again and again and again, and I hated it because I had not near enough variation for what I wanted. And making a whole Renaissance old town, if all you have are like, I think 9 or 10 different buildings and 3 corner buildings, so every junction in the old town looks the same, it's annoying. Okay. Oops, no. What's that? Oh, that is... But why is it even there if it's... whatever. Okay. So maybe then I can use this building next to that one. Not this one. I mean this one. Oops. And then I just need some sort of corner here. So what to do now? Oh, come on. It's like super annoying. Like you make a set of buildings that takes you, I don't know, half a year or a year, and you think like, oh god, I made so many buildings, and then you actually use them and you notice, oh god, I made basically no building. Hey, Mikkel Arlitskov, welcome to the stream. I need a corner, I need a corner, I need a corner. Yeah, I guess I actually will have to make a corner building next for these half-timbered houses. Oof, that's annoying. Okay, I don't want these baroque buildings here, but I also don't want fine buildings, and then we're pretty much at the end of it already. See, this is what I meant. Because I already used that corner there, and I already used that corner building there, and yeah, that's it. Hey, Nintendo Simmer. Also you, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Jess, I know what you mean. I've did it plenty of times as well to just use straight buildings for corners. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just looks super weird. Like this. But then you have glitching roofs and everything, and yeah. Oh, it has not Zigguin Gaming. It has nothing to do with me being hard on myself, which I mean I am, but like it is the case that you just notice that however much time you invested in making this and this and this and this building, in the end you notice that it was basically nothing. So what if I just use this building here and leave it like this? Well, maybe not with that window closed off by wall, but like this. I guess it's fine if not every corner has an actual corner building, right? I think that's fine. If we go a bit in sort of screenshot mode, oops, it looks like this, which I guess is acceptable. One thing that would be possible though, maybe I can add some... See, that's another thing I forgot after the last stream. Subscribing or even looking for some window props. Because then I could just slap some window props here and it would be fine. But I didn't, so I can't do that now. All I have are some shutters. I think they are from King Leonard or something. Like Mike. Okay, from Like Mike. No, Nintendo Simmer. I'm sorry, but no, I don't want graffiti in my old town. I've seen it actually when I was just, you know, a bit of brainstorming and looking for possible buildings to make, and I came across a building in the city of Göttingen, I think it was a beautiful half-timbered building, but at the ground floor, let's say a ground floor like this, with, you know, half-timbered and window and door and stuff, it was just graffiti sprayed all over it, and it's just, what sort of nuthead does that? Like spraying graffiti on a half-timbered building. Like how stupid can you be to do that? So I'm sorry, but no, I'm not gonna put some graffiti here. It just hurts. Let's see. I just want to check if it's possible to maybe place some shutters there to sort of emulate that there could be windows. Otherwise, maybe I'm just gonna place a tree in front of it. Just to make it less obvious that I ran out of corner buildings. Let's see. But I don't think these shutters will work here. Also, they're really big. Thanks to PO, that's easily fixable. Thank you. Yeah, no, I don't think that's working. Oh, Aoshiga, I like that idea. Ivy is a great idea. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. I really like that idea. I much more prefer that one. Don't want to use the ivy by Ronnie though. Although it does look good, but it's just so small that it takes ages to do anything with them. I'm just using these ones here from, I don't know who made them. But a bit of PO and a bit darker, and they look fine as well. So there's this, and this is the other prop. Like this, maybe a bit darker. Maybe we can also add a bit more green to it. This should work. And then just copy it and make this a bit overgrown. One thing I maybe can do as well is adding a sort of cafe area here to like also help with the fact that there is no actual corner building here. Like this, and maybe then we can place a planter as well. Planter. I'd like to have the planter from Lord Grooney, the one with, yes, with, how's it pronounced? Bark, he called it. Okay. With dirt in it. Let's. Okay, why is everything flying? Whatever. Like this, and then we can place a tree there, and then a cafe area there. Et voila. Tree, and I guess it shouldn't be too large of a tree here, since I suppose a tree here would be a sort of more recent addition. I guess a street tree from Electrics, I think? No, Pidelmo, sorry. Like this? Like this? No, that's too big. Well, let's use that one. And let's just place a cafe area next to it. Let's see what is there. Grocery and lush, that doesn't really fit. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We have this instant commercial, but it's all in Japanese, and yeah, no, not working. Can I look for cafe? No, I can't. How are these stores called? Is there a general term for them? Maybe I should add some custom text to them so I can find them more easily. Some are from Raccoon. But I can't even find the ones that he made. Like there is also McDonald's. Pizza Hut? Oh, they're Grobles, okay. Pizzeria Mancini. Mancini? A little fountain. Oh, that is also a cute idea, yes. First of all, though, I want to place maybe a pizzeria. What is there? Let's see what. Maison du Glacier. Used it too often already. Nespresso boutique. Nah. This is the bank. And then, of course, the Boulangerie de l'Opéra. Guess I'm just gonna use that one. Scale it a bit down. not an... There's no opera here, so maybe we can change the name of that one. Also, how about it has the same color as the plaster on the building? Can we get that? Can we get that? More into the yellow, I think. No, more into the orange. Okay. Like this, and thank you. Well, maybe that is already enough. I just have to make the ivy visible again. I think that's okay. Pretty much just hidden the fact that this is no corner building. Although if we are continuing, I guess if I am continuing in that speed, then this will take long again. And I'd like to finish the half-timbered stuff today, so yeah, I guess I'll have to speed up a bit here. I'm sorry. Of course, with the best beer that is in existence, good old Wedersteiner beer. No, come on, no, thank you. Yes, I can copy paste color, but not between the PO and a regular building, right? Can I? Because I don't think I can. At least I didn't find a way when I tried it last time. Oops. So. Okay. Okay, so the market square is now significantly smaller. Then we have this sort of, yeah, secondary square here that maybe we don't have to change at all. But what we can do, and what I'd like to do in fact, is making grass around the church. Pretty much as it is in reality with this particular church here. Because in reality, the church also has grass around it. With a hedge, maybe not too big of a hedge, because you should be able to look like above it. Like this, yeah, this works. Nope. Yes, exactly. Remember, 1 million subs, and I don't know. I'm gonna make a special Wedersteiner beer. Just give me 1 million subs. I'm sure you can do that, right? And what is the key to the Wedersteiners or Wedersteiner success? Well, the Wedersteiner brewery has kept to their traditional purity law recipe for beer. And they are only using best hops and best grains to make the best beer in the country, I guess. And then just some trees to get some, yeah, just some green into the city as well. Because I do like that when there are still some trees and stuff in old towns. And it's not like too sterile. No, it doesn't fit. Well, maybe straight tree would fit well there. Then we have this square, and I guess I'm gonna keep it as it is, because changing these two buildings would also require to change pretty much everything that is behind them here on the slope. This rather old vineyard here and stuff, and the terraces here. And yeah, I don't want to change that. It was way too much of a hassle to make that. Does Traubenstein have any history with Ansbach? Not yet. As I said at some point, this city, it has no story behind it. It has no, a region. It is not like that I said it's, I don't know, in northern Germany, or maybe it's in southern Germany, maybe it's even in France or whatever. It's really just a city with no story, with no region attached to it, so that I can do everything here that I want. Whereas in Wederstein, and especially in Ansbach, of course, I am tied to the region-specific characteristics or the history behind it. Here I can just pretty much go wild and do everything that I can. So no, it has no history with Ansbach or anything, but that is because the city here has no history at all, pretty much. Half timbered. Let's go with another one here. Okay, I said I'd like to change at least the majority of the baroque buildings, and I guess that will take quite a lot of time, since most of these baroque buildings are twice the size of half-timbered buildings. So naturally it will take a bit longer to fill all these gaps then. Let's see. Another building to use here. Maybe. First of all, I'd still like to have some commercial buildings here, and Renaissance buildings a bit further outside. And we have this one here, and there's still a pretty large gap here, so maybe we can just fix it with this corner building and glitch it somehow in between. No, it doesn't work. Well, then there's one, I guess. Nope, also not working. How about I'm just copying this one again and make it a sort of fake, building complex sort of structure. Like this. So that now this is pretty much a single larger building. Yeah, I think I can live with that. It actually does remind me of Strasbourg in France a bit. Because there is a very small square inside the old town that does look a bit similar to that one here. How about some planters across from the church? You mean on this side here? Yeah. That is a good idea, we can do that. Maybe 8 meters apart. Well, it might be even a bit too... No, that's actually fitting pretty well there. And small oak tree, yes, that fits very well. And this is another area that is just screaming for a cafe area. And I think I just would like to use the pre-made ones by Mr. Miyagi, because it's just super easy to use them. Like, it's okay like this. Let's just ignore the fact that the Sims are clipping through the separators there. Or well, maybe I can just move it a bit further to the building. That's okay. And then a Morris column as a souvenir from France. Okay, switching to the other side of the sort of old main market, we have these buildings. While I'd guess these buildings can stay here, this might be a bit too big for this area. So, bye-bye. And instead some, well, again, half-timbered house. Like this, maybe? No, this is a bit glitching. I guess we can fix that by moving that one a bit further back. This one will have to be removed. And then we get this. And I think that works. Then maybe this building is a bit too large. So I want to change that as well. Yeah, that fits better. That's office. I don't want office here. I guess I still want commercial around the main square. Looks much better, and also it looks more, I don't know, more humble. Don't forget to save. That is a good idea. That is a very good idea. And that is now 5.1. Okay. This stays like that. I have no idea what sort of justification these two really big buildings have here, but feel free to come up with an explanation. Oops. This corner here, I will change, but I don't have an asset yet. But I have a really gorgeous, partly half timbered, partly stone building in mind that I'm definitely gonna make. So this 45-degree corner is designated for a very special, beautiful building. Okay, we have that backyard here that I guess I will, maybe also detail a bit later on. This area already has a large portion of small houses in general, but it still has some baroque houses. Although I think this is an interesting scenery that I'd like to keep. The same goes for this one, so we can keep the baroque buildings here, but maybe this one we can change. Or that one. Oh, that's Renaissance. Well, both of these buildings are Renaissance buildings, but let's remove that one and instead place a half-timbered building. And sort of, just transition the whole area closer and closer to a sort of bit more of a historic medieval appearance. Very cute. I am sorry, River. This corner is like it's another of those assets that I made years ago, and just sort of forgot to publish. And now I'm like at the point again where I think I can show you. The issue I have with the old half-timbered houses, as well as, for example, this 45-degree corner, is that it has, damn it, it has a solid illumination, and which is not like the stand of time anymore. The same as this one here. So for the half-timbered houses that I'm going to publish soon, I will change that and bring them to, let's say, modern standards. But for this one, yeah, I have not planned it yet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm a filthy asset hoarder. Okay, this building I think should be changed into a half-timbered building, because it's, in my opinion, it was too sort of too stately here. What is this? Yeah, should fit. Somehow an asset is missing here. Well, that is perfect for this very small building. There it is. Can't you just upload it on the black market then? I can do that, yes. I can do that. Feel free to remind me after the stream in case I don't. But yes, that is actually not bad of an idea. These are clipping into each other now, but I guess that's okay. Maybe I can rotate that a bit more to make it less annoying. Very well. There was a bishop that wanted a large palace-like residence in a city center close to the church, so he demolished parts of half-timbered houses and in the process went bankrupt, so it stayed like that. That would mean this city is the seat of a bishop. I don't really see that. But yeah, it's probably like the most reasonable explanation for such a huge baroque building here. Okay, what else can we change? I'm also really noticing I need more large half-timbered houses. All half-timbered houses I made so far are like only 8 meters wide, which takes a long time to make a city out of. When am I going to post Unspoke again? I think I've said it a couple of times. The series is not dead, but making Unspoke takes really a lot of time. And I mean really a lot of time, because I have to do my research, of course. Since everything in Unspoke is very well researched and yeah, goes like it's really based on historic events. Then oops, that was a bit too big maybe. Then I also need to create assets for Ansburg, which also takes long. In fact, most of the half-timbered houses I'm using now are made for Ansburg. So I can't yet say when the next episodes of Ansburg will be on YouTube. Though I'm planning, and that is the plan right now, so I can't guarantee it, I fear. I'm planning to get the next episode out. We have March. April is reserved for Wederstein. So technically, if everything goes well, Ansburg would continue in May and then continue through May, June, July, and August. 4 episodes, 16 videos. Hopefully. Hopefully. I really like this building. Like, such a beautiful building. And not in terms of the model I made. Like, I'm just, praising the buildings of back in the days, not me. But it's such a beautiful building. Oh. I really like that. Okay. Hey, Mr. Tootron. Welcome to my stream. Or maybe to the madhouse that is my stream. I guess that's up to you to decide. How big of a jump in time is there going to be since the last episode of Ansburg? Not much, if I recall correctly. My god. Oops. No. Damn it. Then I can't, revert it because I used the bulldozer tool. Oh, fuck. Oh no, it's too small here. I want the 2-story ones. That's 3 stories. That's 2 stories. And then another 2-story building would be that one. It's too wide. Of course it is. Of course, this is too wide as well. Why are all these buildings too wide? I guess it's no 16 meters gap now. Well then, let's use this building. Rotate that a bit. And another filler one next to it. It's too small. Of course it is. Okay. Ziguin Gaming. The more he wants... Oh, I've missed something there. Okay. Tivoli next to Rome has Villa d'Este that has a similar story. The bishop d'Este wanted to be a pope and demolished several village parts so he could build a lavish villa with fountain garden. The more he wanted to be pope, the larger gardens become. And now Tivoli is no longer bishop's seat, but we have a beautiful villa with immense number of fountains still there. Interesting. For real, that is interesting. Didn't know that. How do partner towns work? Since I remember that Wederstein was partnered with Thun and Český Krumlov, and that Weissenburg in Bavaria is partnered with Valka in northern Latvia. I mean, I guess I can't speak for Weissenburg in Bavaria and Valka in Latvia. Like, I can't speak for those. But in general, partner towns are really just that there are certain projects where they maybe work together. For example, schools exchanging students between, in Wederstein's case, like the high school in Wederstein having regular exchanges with the high school in Český Krumlov, for example. I just picked two cities that I liked as partner cities of Wederstein, meaning Thun and Český Krumlov. What do I have to put? I think there used to be a baroque building here, but, well, guess I yeeted that. Oh, how about that one actually? Oh, it's on the slope. Slope is too steep. Oh. Let's see if that fits here somehow. Yeah, I guess that's a no, because it's also way too wide, and given the slope it doesn't really fit. It needs to be a narrow building, otherwise it will look super weird with the slope. So let's maybe start with that one. That is just slightly above the other building next to it, and then a different building here. That's too big, right? Yes, that is. Oh well, maybe it isn't. I sink it into the ground now. I get this, and it's not really working, no. What else is there? This is... well, most of these buildings are too large now. Oh no, this actually fits really well. Nice. I guess given the number of French half-timbered buildings, this town has to be somewhat close to France. So maybe it's like in yeah, I guess the building at the city would probably be somewhere in Baden-Württemberg. Okay, I guess this one also has to go. Nah, it's at the city gate. It's okay if there's a large baroque building at the city gate, that's fine. This building maybe can stay, but these really large baroque buildings, I fear all of them have to go. And instead I can use the really large, well, larger half-timbered buildings, because none of them are like really large. Didn't make those yet. I will though. Frankfurt, for example, Frankfurt am Main has some really amazing, super tall half-timbered buildings. And at least one of them I'd really like to make. Okay. Get your ice cream here. Are those props? Nope. Oh, I guess it's a PO then? Yeah. What is your favorite building in the city? In what city? In this city here? Or since I just mentioned it in Frankfurt? Where do you mean Mikkel Arlitskov? Or Mikkel, I guess is enough. More buildings, more buildings. Well, it's difficult to Oh, this fits well. I'm gonna squeeze that right next to it now. You have to go as well, I fear. And instead another big half-timbered building. Yeah, that would fit, I guess, yes. And again, this really large baroque building as well as this one, they don't fit for what I'm going for here anymore. Instead, this does. Okay, I already have that simple building there, so how about I squeeze that here, even though it's not a corner, but well, no problem in that. Because it almost fits, it almost fits. Here in game. So Mikkel, you mean my favorite building in this city here in the game? I don't know. Like I really don't know. I guess the castle we made in the previous streams, including the castle courtyard or castle square. If you call that a single building, then I guess this would be my my favorite building right now. Okay, these are all fairly small now, so I guess we don't have to change that much here. And actually most of them do fit together quite well. This can go. Can change that one for a half-timbered building. Have you ever made a Hanseatic coastal city yet? Nope. Actually, little history or little bit of story time. Before I made Ansborg, I thought about what to make as a next project, alongside Vederstein as well. But yeah, I thought what could be my next project, and I had two projects in the that I really wanted to make, and that was either Ansborg that as I guess you know, that I decided to make, or, and that I also thought about, was making a Hanseatic city in the sort of early 1900s. So like a city like Lübeck, Stralsund, Hamburg, Bremen. In the age of the large steam ocean liners, it was a choice between either that or Ansborg. I decided for Ansborg. But maybe once Ansborg is over, I can do that Hanseatic city project. But that's still it will take quite some time before I'm at that point. I'm not sure if that building is working here. It's like, it's beautiful with that huge gable, but it might be just too big for this spot. And amongst these smaller half-timbered houses. Maybe there is a like smaller version of it? Nope. Who made that? N to Y. Yes, J. It's a J, not a Y. What if I turn that building into a PO and make it just a little bit smaller? Or remove a floor, that would be better, I guess. Let's see if that's possible. What if I just take the upper floor here and move it a bit down? Let's see if that's enough. I see PO's having a stroke. That was easy. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No. Let's see if I maybe can align that. Otherwise I'll have to... No, that's not working. I guess first of all I have to sort of remove this middle floor there. Let's see if I can do that. I guess it would be enough if I move the windows a bit inside so that they are just hidden from the outside. And what is it that I have selected here at the back? Oh. No. I'll have to fix that. Let's just fix that. Great. And I hope that's now enough. Also a very interesting shape now. You found Nintendo Simmer found a very beautiful medieval building on Google Maps. Well, I mean, there's lots of very beautiful medieval buildings on Google Maps. That can happen. Yes, yes. There is lots and lots of beautiful building on Google Maps. There were some evenings when I'm still on the PC, but I'm like, you know, a bit tired from the day. And then I'm just browsing through Google Maps, looking at various places all over Germany and just getting Fernweh. This, like I just want to travel, want to visit these places, like for example Würzburg or I don't know, Nuremberg or I don't know. There's so many fancy places. That's something I very often do when I'm just exhausted from the day but don't want to go to bed yet or something. Okay, we changed that and yeah, that's I definitely like how that turned out. Fits much better now. So what else is there to change? The sort of cityscape of the place didn't really, or like, I don't know if it's a proper term, like the general sort of design of the city or the general feeling general look of the city didn't really change due to what we did now. Although it really got smaller. The majority of the large building that used to be there and all of them baroque buildings is better now. Is gone now, making the whole city look a bit more smaller. Which in this case I definitely like. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about these trucks here. At the moment, this is the only way. It's the only bridge in this area, so yeah. But it won't stay like that. Welcome, Sir Hundemann. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so maybe just one or two more half-timbered buildings that I'm or baroque buildings switching out for half-timbered buildings, but it's, to be honest, difficult to decide which ones, because I definitely like the look of the city right now. I definitely do. Also, I have no idea what happened here. Let's fix that. That didn't work. That also didn't work. Where is the node for this wall? There is it. Okay, there it is. Oh, it should be on a slope then. What's the story behind the name Sonnenlicht? That is the name of the district was pre-given. That comes with the map. Like it's the map is made by D. Higgs, and I think it's an area somewhere in France. I think I'm not even sure if it's a real area or just made up. So there were lots of French names scattered all over the map. I just didn't change them because I usually ignore districts. But I mean, while we're at it, I might as well change that one and call it like, I don't know, Old Town Traubenstein. Or Traubenstein Old Town, more like this. Traubenstein Old Town. Okay, let's switch over to that side here and continue what we're doing the whole time now. Although I guess on this side of the river, of the canal, maybe we can switch out a few more buildings. First of all, this whole row of buildings I'll have to remove completely. I'm sorry. But there were better buildings available. Although, I guess this building we can keep. It's a Renaissance building. So I want that really gorgeous stately corner here at the corner as a commercial office, no, as a commercial version. Like here. I guess this is only making troubles here. Do we need that? Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna delete it now. Is there a mod list for a project yet? You mean a mod list for this project here? There is a collection that is maybe linked in the description, or maybe not. I'm not sure. There is a collection. Oh, it might be hidden. Yes, there is a collection, but I'm not sure if it's available or not. I will make it public after the stream. Remind me if I don't. Goodbye, Nintendo Simmer. But thanks for joining. And thanks for watching, more like. Okay, so there are 2 more gabled buildings, so I should use them. There is this one from Paderborn, yes. No, it's not the Wederstein collection, Wolf. It is, yeah, I think I forgot to link it properly. In case you are on my Discord server, remind me after the stream to give you the link. If you're not on my Discord server, well, first of all, you should join the Discord server. And secondly, yeah, I will change it and then I can tell you in the next stream, I suppose. I guess there's no larger version of that building, right? No, that's the largest version. Oh well. And then I guess the rest here will be buildings from Gecko. So there is this row of gabled half-timbered buildings here. And I very much like those, yeah, rows of half-timbered buildings with gables on top of them. And maybe a filler building there. Oh no, that works as well. Almost. Good enough. This building, as much as I like it, will have to go. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. And instead, I can use this one. What's that? Office? No. Commercial, please. In the largest version. There it is. Like so, I guess, and then there is room for a filler building there. How about that? Maybe too wide. Although I guess it's the best one here. And I think the rest of the buildings can stay like it is, or as it is. Then we have the town hall and a sort of, yeah, small baroque extension to the town hall. Yeah, I very much like that view. With all these big, stately, gable-topped buildings, and now even with the huge dome behind it, it's a yeah. I very much like that picture, image. Did I just say I liked it build? I guess I switched into German for a second, yeah. Oops. Alright, I think by now all variations of the half-timbered houses are displayed somewhere. So maybe we can actually, switch to preparing this baroque extension that I'd like to do here. First of all though, I'd like to have again, small market going on here. This time though, I actually did download the pre-made market stalls, so this one will be much easier. Even if they look a bit old. So what's this? That's meat. Maybe we can place some bread on the other side. And just because I'm lazy, I'm gonna copy one of the market stalls I did in the last stream. Because, yeah, I'm lazy. No, I guess I need props and POs for that one. It's only props. Even better. And what else do we have? Alcohol. Alcohol sounds good. Seafood, flowers. Oh, flowers is nice. Antiquities, fabrics. Let's use fabrics and that's it. Just a small market square with a very small market going on here as well. And maybe I can add some tables as well. Let's add an umbrella and I think, yeah, that's it. Maybe some, oops, not McDonald's. Maybe some decals just to add some, dirt stain realism here. Oh, also, very important always, PBGs. I always like my areas to be actually lived in. And be used, and I just want people like running around everywhere. So I'm always using PPGs to bring these areas I'm making really to life. So let's do it like this, sink down a bit into the ground. And being honest, I much prefer the look as it is now with a small square compared to that huge square that was here before. Some bollards? Yeah, that's true. That is not a bad idea. And I guess I'm just gonna turn them into POs as well, just to avoid hitting the prop limit. These should be the only props now, or not? True, there is this market stall that is also consisting only of props. And the umbrella. First of all, so just sinking them into the... Whoopsie. Sinking them into the ground, because right now they are way too big. So this, I think, is much better. I guess it's not possible to get the whole church in view to get the market. No, it's working. Isn't it beautiful? Such a beautiful sunny day. Well, maybe the garbage truck can pass and then we have an actual better image here. Come on. Don't be shy. There's another truck coming around, of course, and it's taking the left turn. Of course it is. Sorry, but bye-bye. How can you make the world's worst map in City Skylines? Well, first of all, why would you? Don't make something that is the world's worst. Make something you want. And ideally, it should be better than the world's worst something. So, we are, well, almost 2 hours into the stream. So, if you don't mind, I would like to quickly have my mid-stream T and P break. And then we can continue right where we are right now. I think we are pretty much done in terms of half-timbered houses, but as I said, there is this sort of planned baroque extension to the old town that I'd like to, maybe at least start, so that we have something to work on. So I'm sure that will also be interesting. Oh, first of all, I should save. 0.2. And that's it. Okay. I'm quickly gonna have a break. We'll be back in 3, 4, 5 minutes. And I hope most of you, and hopefully all of you, will stay with me through the break as well, so that we then can continue. So see you in a few minutes. Alright, and we are back. I think that break took me a bit longer, but I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I just, you know, need the break in between to get a bit of refreshment and have a quick toilet break. But before we start with the game, or continue with the game, I'd quickly like to show you a bit what I'd like to do now. So again, I'm having Rothenburg ob der Taube as a sort of inspiration, because if you know the city, it is just a wonderful example of an organically grown historic city, in the sense that it has kept its medieval appearance so well that it's like a perfect example. So what I'd like to do now is a situation similar to what you see here. We have here the really first old town core. You can still see it that this used to be the city wall, but at some point the city just grew bigger and bigger, and they extended the city. And while you can see this is most likely at least grown more or less organically, the sort of extension was planned. And this is something that I'd like to do in my town, or in our town if you want, as well now. Meaning that what we have is this right now, the old town core, and now we're going to extend that by first destroying the city wall and replacing it with a row of buildings. Maybe also keeping the tower, as is the case in Rothenburg, here and here. And then really planning the Old Town extension. Although in my case, the Old Town extension will be baroque with, I want to like fancy baroque church, a large square. That is something typical that has, quite often, I might say, been done historically. So let's do that. And to translate it into the game, this is what we have now. Also, first of all, my tea is ready. I'm sorry. I didn't have the time to actually let it. I actually don't know what the English word is. I had tea in the hot water, but only now it's actually ready. Okay, let's continue. Oh, first of all, oi, Gecko, welcome. So what I'm gonna do now is, first of all, we're going to destroy the city wall, and instead, as is the case in Rothenburg as well, we'll replace it with a row of buildings so that it's still visible where the city wall used to be, but it's not existent anymore. The towers, I think, we will keep, because why not? It looks great in the case of Rothenburg. And then I think in maybe this area here we can plan a more recent Old Town edition. Guess first of all I have to get rid of the fields here. It was a great time with you, but sorry. I'll have to go now. Actually, these fields all date back to the video when I represented and published the city wall, which is 2 years ago, 3 years ago even. Oops. It's about time we're changing something here. Okay, so tea brews. Interesting. Okay, thanks for that. And then there is a network here that... Oops, no. I just wanted to delete the fence. I guess I should like should learn not to delete things with the bulldozer tool. It's only causing problems. Oh, this Titan person doesn't know crap, it seems. Why even watch? You shut up. Bad gecko. Very bad gecko. Of course I know that Rothenburg was destroyed in the war. To a pretty large degree. It actually was super interesting when I was in Rothenburg. We went into, there's a fortified church in Rothenburg, which was super interesting, but at the end of the church, they had a display of photographies from after the war. And it was mind-blowing how much of the city was destroyed. And at the same time, then of course, it's like super amazing how faithfully Rothenburg has been rebuilt after the war. That it still can be seen as like a medieval townscape, in the sense that they really either they fully rebuilt the buildings, or they built buildings that fit with the medieval style, meaning small gable-topped buildings along the roads, primarily. That was really interesting. Okay, I guess I'm just continuing with the Gecko roads now. And so, I want, as I said, a baroque sort of city extension. So there definitely needs to be a sort of large-ish planned square in the middle. Maybe here? And then the old town would reach all the way to this point, I guess. So we have this, I guess. Then the building I deleted at the beginning of the stream, the Gewandhaus. Beautiful baroque building. Can have its place again. The slope is a bit annoying now. But I guess we'll have to work with the terrain here. Let's make it a bit more flat, and then I can just draw some roads as a first guideline of what this is going to be at the end. Guess those are decals? Yeah. It's incredible what construction restrictions they have for the city center, but although for the people living there it is unthinkable to construct something modern inside the city walls. Yes. But my local city, Plymouth, got wrecked in the war, but they didn't build it back how it was. Really weird modern city center as a result. Yeah, that is, I think, the case for a large degree of post-war cities. I think it's really the vast minority in that case. What would it be? The small minority, the smallest minority that got rebuilt to the look of pre-war. Does that work? I guess. And then on the opposite side, there is this church from Raccoon that I downloaded. I don't know the name, but it's a really beautiful baroque church. What is it called? That one? No, that one. That fits here quite well. Question is, where is east in this church on this map? This is a really old church, so I guess it's facing east. As is this one. We're not gonna talk about the church up the hill, it's definitely not facing east. So I guess east would be in this direction then. Oh, in that case I can actually include the old city wall that we just deleted, but maybe as a sort of wall for a church garden or something. I guess there's a terraforming network there. Yeah, don't need that. So let's place the church like this. Then we don't need like a different road leading from the old town to the new old town. That is fine. And then I can just I want this road, thank you. Just draw a sort of grid-like structure here. And we can have a connecting road there. And we can incorporate that odd angle here. Like this. Okay, I guess that's enough in terms of roads. Then there will be houses here along this road. And where this slope is, I guess there used to be, or there still is, the old city wall. The, yeah, probably baroque city wall with maybe bastions all around. This will look very fancy in the end, I hope. At least I can very well imagine that. Sorry. So this would be the baroque old town extensions, almost doubling the size of the old medieval city, which I guess in this case definitely was necessary, since what is there now as the old town, so up to the probably like 1600s, is like a really small town. So maybe this baroque extension takes to I don't know, 1710 or so. With a more regular street pattern at least. Then we have the main square. And now I can use all the fancy baroque buildings that I previously deleted. Actually, maybe there shouldn't be actual roads around the square, but more like, yeah, these sort of hidden roads, if you want to call them like that. I think that looks better. Maybe even in combination with bollards. I think that is those pedestrian path roads. Without lights, please. Thank you. This is better, yes. And again, commercial buildings. And here now I can use the really big ones as the center of the new town. Not sure what is the original version of that building. Oops. Is that too big? Nah, it's okay. Let's just say the city had a boom in the early 1700s and really exploded for some reason. And then I think this definitely makes sense to have this big city extension here. Nice, very nice. Okay, then I have 3 baroque corners. Only 3. See, that is what I mentioned previously. You make like how many buildings did I make? What is that? 10? Yeah, I think I made 10 different baroque buildings. And when you actually start using them and want to create a city out of them, you suddenly notice that it's not near enough for anything really. Can use the same corner here again. Yeah, well, there we go. Like, already used that building on the opposite corner, and using it again is like it gets a bit repetitive over time, which is super annoying. I guess I can use this one, although it has no entrance. It would face the square, which I guess wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Then do more baroque houses, for God's sake. And more Renaissance houses. And while I'm at it, maybe also Art Nouveau, maybe more half-timbered, Gothic houses, Romanesque houses. I'm sorry, can't make everything. What is with you, Peter Bar? Where were your contributions to the European Old Town cityscape? I'm not seeing any baroque houses on your channel, so shame on you. Shame on you. I guess in this case I'm just gonna use this corner again, but in a different color, and it's good enough. That's okay. And then we have this area here where I guess I can reuse this building, because it actually fits quite well. Aha, nice. This is a bit unfortunate now. Guess I'll have to do it like this. No, I don't like that. I better do it like I don't know, this. Have another small square here. Then we have the church, and I think the church shouldn't stand by itself, nor should it just have random houses around it. I think the church should have some sort of, maybe it used to be a monastery, but it got incorporated into the city expansion here. So maybe I can use the Eisenach City Palace buildings to make a sort of monastery structure here. Can the new church be called Church of St. Simon? I mean, fine by me. Wie would Sankt Simonskirche. or in English, of course, Saint Simon's Church. There you go. Why Saint Simon, though? Now I'm curious. Is it your real name, Mikkel Aritskov, or is it, I don't know, your father's name, boyfriend? I don't know. Why Saint Simon? Asking again. Oh, sorry. Then, did you ask that again? Oh, you did. That city builder. How did merchants in Traubenstein get so rich to build such massive houses? So I guess the same way merchants get rich today, by trading. You know, buying cheap, selling high. Like, for example, I don't know. There is this house. It belongs to a rich textile merchant that buys Flemish, I guess, Flemish fabrics from Antwerpen and sells them to the local elites. That, for example, is a way, or was a way, to get rich back in the days. And yes, of course, Traubenstein wine is, of course, another thing to get rich here. So yeah, I think that's okay. But I guess this is too fancy of an entrance. Should be more humble. If it's part of a monastery, this would fit better. Might as well be that like you have the somewhat large river here, and then a smaller river that is like a small river really, but this city is at the center of important trading routes. Like, for example, you have along the river, and then from the valleys here, and all these trading routes connect or interconnect here. And of course, where so many merchants from all around the world meet, they're naturally some of them settle in the area and get rich through trading with the passing through merchants. That is, for example, how Cologne gets super rich back in the days. Okay, so this is like the sort of outer wall of that monastery. And then we can sort of have the backside of the monastery still having the city wall, or using the city wall as a former city wall. In that case, as a wall. And on the other side of the church, there will be just... Whoops. On the other side of the church, there will be just standard baroque buildings as they are everywhere around this new district. So maybe a few office buildings in between as well. And I guess this will take a bit now to place all these buildings here. Sorry for that. Let's see if how that looks together with the rest of the city. Yeah, I think that definitely works as a sort of baroque town square. Also very nice how the castle we built in the previous screens is towering in the background, towering above the town in the background. That is very nice. Alright, there's one baroque building of all the ones I made that I haven't used around the square now. Sadly, I don't have room for it anymore, and that is this one from Prague. That is like super, yeah, fancy. And I definitely want that around the square, so let's switch those. I like the building. And this one goes here in the side street. Any chance you could make the monastery roof the same color as the church roof? Yes. Totally possible, and yeah, true, very true. But really, first of all, I want just to get the houses done here in the area. Just plopping them, hoping it won't take too long. And then this also will look much better on screenshots. And yeah, no, I have something to show that we actually did something in the stream. And achieved something. Because to be honest, just switching out a few half-timbered houses doesn't seem like too much of an achievement at the end of a probably 3-hour long stream. And once more, you already start, or it's already starting to get visible that just the amount of variation in these, or along this street really, is just, yeah. We have this building that is now twice along that short street, and if I place one additional building, we have all the buildings that are available along that single street, almost all of them. And that's it. Yes, the stream has only been going on for 2 hours so far, but in the end it'll be like, as usual, 3 to 4 hours. And at the end of a 3 to 4 hour long stream, I want to have more to show than just, 3 houses switched for half-timbered houses. We could come up with some names for the individual buildings. Well, I mean, if you want to, be my guest. Just taking a sip of tea. Glorious green tea. Yes, Paris, or I guess France in general, with their Haussmann repetitiveness, although I guess in other cities of France it wasn't necessarily Haussmann, but it's still the same style of housing. Sure, that is very repetitive as well, but that's, I guess, a different case, because there it, I guess, was made to be repetitive. Is that the case? I'm not sure, to be honest. But in this case, it's just, lacking variety in my opinion. But yeah. What can you do? It's not like I'm already too busy with the things I want to do, and some things just aren't possible. Sadly, my day as well only has 24 hours, as much as I would like to change it. But it already gives some nice street level shots if we ignore the right corner of the right border of the screen. Then yeah, this already is like nice street level shot. And I really have to say, I very much like bay windows, like on that building over there. I wish I had done more of these houses, because be it Baroque, Renaissance or half timbered, I love bay windows, especially those that stretch over multiple floors. I just love it. There's also a reason why I love this or why I like this particular half timbered building so much, because like the bay window as a sort of small tower at the corner, I just I love it. Mark Rich, you would have left one house not joined to the others and sat a few meters back, surrounded by a garden. That depends. Usually in planned Baroque cities like that, the ruler, you know, in Baroque times, the ruler, the lord, being be it the king or the duke or whoever, usually had put some very strict measures in place to get a singular style of like housing along a road, so that people that built their houses, they had for example, had the freedom to design their facades, but it was necessary that they all have their houses along the road and not set back with a garden. For example, in my hometown in Dresden, it was like that. When the new town was built on the opposite side of the river from the old town, there were rules set in place that, yes, built there, you are even allowed to, like, or there were certain tax benefits if you built your house over there, because of course it is also a measure to attract new citizens to your city. But there were strict rules in terms of what materials had to be used, how tall the roofs had to be, how many floors, and so on and so forth. And so you could imagine the same for this Baroque extension as well, that while yes, the new citizens definitely had the freedom to, everyone maybe their own facade, everyone a bit of a different roof, but the houses had to be uniform in the sense that they all needed to have a singular main facade facing the street like it is here. And then again, another reason really is just that a city within the city wall usually has space problems. You just run out of space, and that is another reason that it might not be allowed to have like a super large lot with a building set back from the street. Sorry for that long explanation. But yeah, hoping I could just explain my reasoning here. See, this is what I meant. The same house here and here again. Oh well. Nothing to be done about that. That's just what it is. And thank you, Matrin, that you like the history lessons from me. I hope I'm not like a bad teacher explaining things nobody asked for. In that case, I would be really sorry for that. Okay, I used that building already on both sides of the street. Well, I guess I can use this building here. Or maybe I can use this building, but not as a corner building, just as a standard building, just to get a bit more variety. Sadly, not possible in the other direction. Can't use a standard building as a corner building. Oh, it's a bit too deep. What a shame. What a shame. Well, then maybe it's time for this building again. That is also glitching at the back there. And this as well. This is unfortunate. Oh, I need more buildings. Okay, no, I guess I'll have to switch that out. Does it still work as a sort of backyard? Very small backyard. Really not more than, again, sort of light shaft. PO, yes, PO would be... I guess in that case it's... let's do it. Let's just PO it and make it a bit smaller. A bit thinner. I'm hoping it doesn't look too weird. I could put in the high school I've made. It's already here. And it's Renaissance, not Baroque. And I really want this this district Baroque. So there probably used to be a small suburb before this Baroque extension was added, but aside from the monastery that is still existing, I would assume the rest of the historic suburb that used to be here got demolished completely and changed into this Baroque suburb, or part of the city then. So there are no other styled houses here. I already used that building, but then I guess how about this one? And then maybe I can use this building again, but just change the color of the roof with PO. For a bit less repetition at least. And how about I also cheat a bit and make it a bit wider here? Does it look too stretched? No, I think it still looks reasonable. Yeah, it does. Good evening, Reimpositor. Welcome. Okay, let's see how large that roof is. That should be enough. Opacity 50%, and let's give it a red color. Oh, better like 35%. Nope. Still needs to be less. Because otherwise the roof just looks weird. Yeah, that already helps tons in terms of repetition. Same building, different roof color, already so much better. Hey, first block is done. Already took like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Whoopsie. But it does look nice on street level with all the different colorful baroque facades. This is something I really like. Okay, then we have this part. Here I said I want the old city wall still existing. So let's just plop that one again here. Oops, but it should be elevated. So that on this small stretch the city wall is still standing. And on one side we can incorporate it into the monastery. And on the other side we can just hide it with some houses. And through that, we're also hiding the slope here, which again makes things a lot easier. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use my half-timbered houses again here. For example, this one. Oh, so Simon is your cat. Well, then your cat is a saint now, and has a church dedicated to it. What else do we have? This maybe too large. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just place it here. Oh. Okay, that also has to be a PO. This one doesn't need to be a PO though. I can make that an actual building. When will these half-timbered houses be released? If everything goes as planned, which I very much hope so, the first 4 half-timbered houses, which will be this one as sort of flagship of the whole set of half-timbered houses, this one, this one, and this, the first 4, will be released on April the 1st. Not a joke. I guess that means I am not gonna make an April Fool's joke, but okay. Personally, I can very well live with that. And so yeah, the first 4 will be released at the beginning of April, and then I guess like after like 1 or 2 weeks I can slowly but steadily publish one after the other, so that I hope by yeah, maybe May or June that all of the half-timbered houses are published. Sorry. Do I need to PO that building? Let's see if it's small enough to fit in here. Yep, that works. Okay, I really want the rather small buildings along the wall. Because when these half-timbered buildings were built, the city wall, or this part of the city wall, was still the real city wall. And back in those days, the houses along the city wall usually were for the poorest people in the town. Because right next to the city wall were the less desirable or least desirable plots of land in the whole city. Because, of course, in case of an attack, these were the first ones to get overrun or something. Guess squeezing that in here will look super weird. Cause like this is a bit too much now. Or does the roof still work? I guess it does. But I need to use the smaller version of that house. Or the smallest version of that house, which is there. Alright. I guess in this case here I can actually extend the city wall even. And really have the city wall incorporate into the backyards of these houses here. Oops, can't I? Like, I guess the eyedropper tool doesn't work for pedestrian paths? No, only for roads. What a shame. How about we do it like this? And in the last stretch of the city wall, maybe got demolished completely, and instead there is some big baroque building standing there. Hey Julius, welcome. I guess this means that you are also like like usually you're here for like 5 minutes and then vanish again. So far we've had not a single stream where you really stayed with us for the whole time. What are you doing? How is that possible? How can you be so busy? Oh, yes, Escordion, I thank you very much. I thank you very much for that reminder. Saving. This fits well. Or it actually fits as if it was made for this spot. Perfect. And yeah, why not? The city wall really ends in the building. So I guess there's actually yeah, an access from the building to the city wall for reasons. Isn't it a cute alley? With the small half-timbered houses standing like in a row. I like that. No, Varum, no parking lots here. No. This is, I think you joined after I explained what I'm doing here. Yes, you did. So, what I'm doing here is like a baroque extension to the old medieval city that was added like in, I don't know, the early 1700s. Meaning that this baroque expansion only was necessary because the old town was so crowded that there was no room for anything left. Meaning that whatever free areas there is, for example here, needs to be covered with buildings. Of course, these buildings could have been destroyed later on, but nope. Oh. Okay, that's not working. Then PO it is. It's like almost small enough. Almost. Oh, what I can add here though, I'm just gonna remove the wall for a second, is an entrance to the wall and a small tower next to it. Building? No, ploppable buildings, and I guess I'm gonna use that one, and then I need a tower, and I think I can just copy this tower here. Actually, this tower would be even better. Copy. The only thing that's annoying me a bit is not a flying door. I'll have to change that. You're gonna custom the tower? Nah, just using the one here. It's already custom. But this door will have to be removed. I guess the wall needs to be a bit higher on that side as well. So, yeah, true. A balcony would have been an idea as well. Too late. And now I can continue with the wall itself. then this wall again connects, oops, a bit longer, connects to that building. So maybe in fact there used to be a tower here where that building now is, but that former tower as part of the city fortifications got really incorporated into that baroque building and is not really recognizable anymore. Which definitely did happen a lot. No, I guess I'm just copying a large portion of those houses and paste it here. Have I ever considered doing a live stream with asset creation? No. For the most part, or for the longest part, that was due to the fact that I had some very, let's say, conventional methods of making things that I didn't want to recommend anyone. And now that I fully switched to Blender though, it would be possible to do a live stream where I'm creating some asset. The thing is that when creating assets, it's not like what I'm doing here, that it's just, I'm doing something and I can talk next to it. In an asset creation live stream, I would be really quiet. Because like, you really have to like concentrate and think yourself, in the worst case, really have to think yourself into the complex structure of a building. And I don't think that is all that exciting. You could also build something like a Marstall or a Rüstkammer here. I mean, there is like this huge structure at this city gate, which in itself is like almost a castle, and there is this on that city gate. And I guess in reality, one of the two, either that one or that one, would be an armory, a Rüstkammer, a Zeughaus. So, not necessary to make like another building here for the same purpose. But I guess just for a change, I can put a Renaissance building there, just to get a bit of variation. But again, I'd like to have the smallest ones possible. Still too thick. Now it's working. What about the one by Raccoon? What one by Raccoon? Explain, what do you mean? What building by Raccoon? What, I don't know, Zeughaus, castle, armory, whatever. Julius, not sure which one you mean. The one that scales super off. Yeah, I have no idea what building you mean. Let's see if I have it. Probably not though. From building from Raccoon I have this and this tower. There is this building that I actually have not used in this city yet. Huh. I should. Let's just place it there until I find a better spot. Then tell me which building you mean, if I don't have it, cause like armory or something. If you're talking about that, then I have absolutely no clue what you could even mean. Okay, is there a building I haven't used on that side yet? Yeah, this one. And I guess that's it. It's also a very strong contrast between these big baroque houses on one side of the street and the very, very small half-timbered houses on the other side. Oh well. Planter in there maybe. Yeah, that is. I think you mean here, Matrim, or here. In both cases, I agree. Planter, a tree, and yeah, maybe some sort of restaurant, beer garden, or something. Oh no, that's too big. Too big. Like here. I guess the tree is too large. Ah, doesn't fit. Guess I'm gonna use that one. And then I'm just placing some benches or something there. Yes, these ones. Like, can I get the middle one? No, I can't, I guess. There it is. Oh, that's fine. And some plants. These ones. No, Phineas Freak, they are not out yet. They will be soon though, I promise. I hereby solemnly swear that these half-timbered assets will be available on a workshop soon. Not soon TM, but really soon for real this time. In the stream today and in the stream last week, I set some of them in scene. For example, let me show you, if in case you haven't been here the whole time. For example, this view is made so that I can properly present these assets. And on April the 1st, I will publish the first 4 of these half-timbered houses. And then through the next weeks, I will gradually, and slowly and steadily remove all of them. Tagged you on Discord. There is a building I was talking about. Then, let me just switch to Discord. What is the building you were talking about? Oh, that building from Raccoon. Yeah, that is oversized. I think I have that one. Let's see. No, I don't. Yes, there is this building from Raccoon. I think it is from Timișoara, I think? Or from Sibiu. No, it's from Sibiu in Romania. Don't have it. But then, yeah, I know what building you mean. I also very much like how the city, just because of the second church over there and these larger buildings with all the chimneys, it already looks much bigger. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, I guess let's continue with the same principle on this stretch of road there. And again, I'm just like copying these houses. Not that it's particularly important in this case that they have some sort of variety. Maybe I can just copy 3 in a row. Goes a bit quicker. There's also now, and I'm only like noticing this now, but right next to the city gate, this would also be like or historically this as well would probably have been a sort of a small market square next to the city gate. Now it's just a large road, of course, since, you know, cars and stuff. The things we don't talk about here. Let's see, I'd really like to use some different buildings, maybe from Gecko. But most of them are really deep. But this definitely works here. Just have to remove the bit sticking out at the back. So, bye-bye. And this building, nah, doesn't fit. Oh, there is this building. Is it too big? Nah, that's okay. Alright, Mikkel, but still, thanks for joining and for staying here, yeah, for the whole time up until now, right? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you liked your stay. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna make the whole building a bit smaller or narrower. It's easier, like so, and I definitely have to recalculate the normals here. Yes. Is that enough? The roof still, like, the shadow on the roof still looks out of place. I guess that's how it's supposed to look. Is there a mod for mixed residential and commercial buildings? There is no mod for that, but there are cubes on the workshop, or I think block services they are called. I think I also have them. Block? Yes. There are these block services. They are available in all the zoning types, but also in like school, fire station, hospital, all these service buildings, and you can just place them inside other buildings. And by that, like, I'm using this residential cube now, and if I place a commercial cube next to it, I pretty much have mixed zoning right here. It's a bit of a workaround because the game itself does not support mixed zoning, but yeah, it's in the end pretty much the same. Alright, let's see how far we come today. We will definitely not finish this whole baroque extension area, but to be honest, that's not necessary. We can very much still do that in the next stream. Because my throat really is getting a bit dry and itchy right now. Okay, back to Gecko. What other buildings can we use here? Oh, this is also a very cute one. Other small-ish buildings. Oh, this also fits, I think. These farmhouses, yeah, I don't know. Oh, actually, it does fit very well here. Although these are a bit too thick, or too, I don't know, too long, too deep, whatever. I'll have to PO them and remove these parts sticking out at the back. I thank you, Phineas Freak, and yeah, same. There was after the last stream, when I shared some screenshots from the last stream, there was a comment saying that, like, you often see those comments, ho, that's a real photo you used there, this looks too good to be from the game, ha ha ha. And I was like, I mean, if this was a real photo, I would never I would never visit another place again. Because, like, if this was a real town, then I would probably, like, never leave this place. Sadly, it isn't. Sadly, it's just in the game. As much as I would like to change it. Little more Renaissance buildings. Look, I just placed a Renaissance building. But, yes. Oh, yeah, just as you said. Gotcha, Julius, I gotcha. We two just get it at each other, you know. Welcome, Nick Action, welcome to the stream. Alright, just like, I don't know, 3 more buildings there, and now I'm really starting to get lazy here. So I'm just gonna copy those. Oh no, I already had that one. So I'm just gonna copy those 3 buildings over there. And I'm done with another stretch of houses. Ain't nobody got time for so many buildings. Oops, wrong direction. Oh, what I missed though is an additional tower here. So I guess one of these houses will have to be demolished. Sorry. Guess that one. Oh, well, no, actually not in that case. We can just sort of incorporate the tower inside the building that is standing next to it for a change. And now the city wall really forms the outer wall of all these buildings here. And I'm just copying this tower. Also, telepathy exclamation mark. Yes, my boy. I am in your head. Like this. Yeah, I could have also used the gecko tower. Didn't. The modern building there. The modern building here belongs to that school. So this is the Renaissance High School building. But of course, as a school, this would be way too small for modern days. So it got a modern addition next to it. For that, most likely some older buildings were torn down. Or... yeah, I don't know. Maybe there used to be a school building there, but it was torn down and replaced by this one. Or well, what maybe would make sense if this is the historic school building, and maybe in the 60s it was extended by a modern one in the 60s. But this was derelict after 20 years or 30 years because, you know, buildings from the 60s tend to not be very good. And so that building was torn down and changed for this one. One possible explanation. And then let's continue here with baroque houses, of course. And now I have the same problem again, that I don't have enough corner buildings. Oh well. Would be better if this was just a bit wider. Or maybe I can do it like this. Have it like use the city wall as well. Yeah, no, that's not working. That's not working. This is unfortunate. So what else can I do here? What if I use this building and plop this next to it? Does that work? No. Ideally, I want it like that. It's like in one sort of line with the tower. That might be a bit too big. Oh, maybe I can... I guess this building has to go, because I don't want the same building on like right next to each other. But I can use this building, and this should fit quite well here. Yes, 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 yes. This works much better. Like this, and now it's in one line with the tower. Well, almost. Now it is. And has the city wall at the back of it. No, sorry, already decided what I'm gonna do. But this won't be this Matrim and Markwitch won't be the last corner that I need to fix. So plenty of other possibilities for beer gardens and stuff. there is it. I was looking for that building with 2 floors. So let's place that here, and maybe next to it this longer building. And then this next. Yes, the small market next to the gate, I meant, yeah, would have been here. Yeah, I think the baroque extension does actually does fit very well next to the more historic medieval part of the city. I think it fits quite well. And yeah, we're just gonna continue a little bit more, and then probably in the next stream we will be able to finish this whole area. Because as I said a couple of times, the streams at the moment are primarily designated for assets that are not yet released, but I want to release. And so with you together, I want to set these unreleased assets in scene. But of course, here in the baroque extension, there is no unreleased asset. And so, yeah, I really want this baroque extension to be sort of short story that I hopefully can finish the next stream, and after that maybe concentrate on the Umgebinde houses I made. But we'll see about that. That's like already too far in the future right now. I'm sorry, Fipsy. No public transport so far. In fact, there's like on the whole map is oh no, there is one station on the whole map, and it's this, and it's like nothing. Sorry, my friend. Show us the assets in the old town again. Of course I can do that. Half-timbered houses, like these. Other half-timbered houses, like... means pretty much the same ones, but with more floors. Other half-timbered houses, like these there. Before you leave. Well, they're too late. Too late. But sure, I can also do it again before I leave. Question is also what to do with this area here. So I guess this whole area is full of houses, and then there probably will be a city gate here, and then around this part will be like baroque or Renaissance baroque fortifications, like really thick walls with bastions and all that around that sort of. So I guess there won't be houses on that side of the street, but I'm not sure what to do with this corner here, because right next to that whatever it is building, I don't think I want some baroque houses. So I guess another square here. I don't know. I'll leave that area for the next stream and just continue somewhere here. And maybe this building I can just use along the street here as a just some building, whatever it is. Has there been any historic fires in Traubenstein? Matrim, for sure. For sure. There always have been fires in these old cities. In fact, in many cases, city fires have been, yeah, let's say, almost normal in these cities. Still, of course, catastrophes and very sad by themselves, but like they happened rather often. So yes, also in Traubenstein for sure. The map, it's called Royan, probably in French, by the Higgs. Oh man, what building can I squeeze in there? This is too small. This is definitely too small. Maybe I can use this and hide it in the other building. Yeah, that works. And just clip it through there. Almost not visible. Almost. Let's continue on that side of that city block. And yeah, maybe we can just finish this last block and then call it a day for today. Because I feel like my throat is really getting a bit itchy and dry and not feeling all that comfortable anymore right now. And more importantly, I did what I aimed to do today. So I can end the stream with a good feeling that I actually achieved something. Okay, what building is now the perfect fit for this gap? Well, almost. I guess that's the case for PO. No scale, thank you. No red roof on a monastery today. Ah, yes, there was something. No red roof on a monastery today. After all, like the whole square here, I'm gonna save that for the next stream. Yes, I'm sorry. Don't forget my restaurant. Margaret. Did I forget something with a restaurant for you? In that case, I'm sorry. I fear I don't know what restaurant you mean, Margaret. Sorry. Yes, Daniel W. Exactly. When the tongue starts to stick to the throat. No, been talking for like 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours non-stop now, and it's like, oh, can't anymore. It's not like my throat is not I don't know, as smooth today as it was in the last streams. I'm like really starting to get in itchy and sort of screamy dry voice. It's yeah, I think that's a sign that it's my throat needs a break. For the rest of the evening, I will just remain silent. Okay, I guess I'll just continue this whole bit here with residential buildings, as I did the whole time. This is too large. Where is the... with 2 floors? No. Oh, there it is. Thanks. That's the building I wanted. And yeah, then there is again a problem of glitching roofs. I guess I'm using that building again. How does it look? Do I need to PO something here? Well, technically I do. Yeah, I really do. PO. And then just making that a bit narrower. Not perfect, but it's better. And then we have the last small gap here. What to do with that? This building won't fit in there. I guess we can use that one, but I already used it over there. What a shame. Then that one, but remove the large piece sticking out of it with PO. Let's see if that works. So the building is like this. And let's see if we can pretty much remove that whole portion here. Well, the roof looks a bit dumb now, but it's oops. Much better. Okay. I think that's enough for today, and I think I definitely need a police station somewhere here. I'm just gonna fix it with the block service. If I have the police block service. Yeah, of course I don't. Well, it's a very criminal city then. Okay. Yeah, I'm really noticing my throat is about to, I don't know, explode. People, I think that's it for today. My throat really needs a break right now. So, in any case, I really thank you for joining in today again and staying with me that whole time. Once again, it was a pleasure. It always is a pleasure. I really thank you for your input. And yeah, we definitely did something today. Could be more, but that's okay. That's okay. I did what I set out to do. Namely, and I'm gonna show it again, setting these houses in scene, which was the main objective of today. Also, I really like the view through that road and with the two church towers there. That is a beautiful, beautiful view there. So let's just place the camera maybe somewhere here. Like this. And that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next week. I think on Sunday again, most likely, not on Saturday. Yeah. That's it. Thanks for joining and see you next time. Bye.